you want to punch harder, you have to master two important concepts in Kung Fu. One is called external power. The other one is internal power. What is the difference between internal and external power? I'm going to demonstrate to you in this video. Welcome to another installment of How to Punch Harder. In this video, with the secrets I'm going to share with you, you'll be able to punch twice as hard, 3 times as hard, or even 10 times as hard as you can punch right now. I'm going to share with you the secret internal and external Kung Fu techniques that will help you punch harder. So stay tuned. If you want to learn how to punch harder and get martial arts tips, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and you can get a lot more awesome content from me. So just hit that subscribe button right now below and get ready for an awesome lesson. So easy way of explaining it is external power is like a wave, okay? And internal power is like a field. So in a wave, imagine there's a wave like this, right? You see it in math, hyperbola, what do you call it? Something like this. So there's a beginning where it's low, and then the middle where it's high, and then at the end it's low. So let's look at a punch. I'm gonna punch him, okay? There's the beginning, which is right when I start the punch. There's the middle when I punched him, and then there's the end when I finished my punch. Now where is the most power?
In the middle.
In the middle, all right? Because if I punch him from here, the power hasn't started yet, much power as I get. Okay? In the middle, boom, the power has been transferred. At the end, I already punched him, and I'm about to pull my hand back. The power has been transferred, so there's no power there. Okay? So that is external power. So what is internal power? Well, internal power is like a field, not like a wave. What is the field that we are most accustomed with? What's the field? It's the magnetic and gravity field of Earth. So to demonstrate what a field is, let's take a look at a wall. Okay, punch that wall, Will. Which one hurt more? You or the wall?
Me.
You hurt more than the wall did. Okay, let's try another one. I want you to punch the ground. You don't want to punch that hard.
Yeah.
Because what hurts more, the ground or you?
Me.
Okay, so we know that the Earth is like a field. The difference between a wave is that in a wave there's a beginning, middle, and end. With a field, it's always there. There's no beginning, there's no end. It's just always there, just like the ground, just like a wall that's attached to the ground. So what you want to do if you want to have internal power is to be like the ground or be connected to it as much as you can. So for example, let's say that I'm in the defense and he punches me, he attacks, right? Boom, 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 boom. Now when he hits my elbow, who hurts more, me or him?
Me.
He hurts more. Why? Because I'm a solid obstacle connected to the ground, and with a hard pointy surface, of course it's going to hurt him more than hurt me. So that's the main difference between external and internal power. One is a wave, it's got a beginning, middle, and end, and the other one is that it's always there. So one of the first keys of becoming very powerful with your punches is to combine external with internal power. So what do I mean? I want to be connected to the ground and be as heavy as possible so that I will use gravity as much as possible. Because the earth, you can't move the earth. So the more connected you are to it, the more heavier you are, then the more you can bring that gravity into your power punches. So how do you get yourself to become heavier and more connected to the ground so you have more internal power? There are 6 ways of doing it. Number 1, make sure that you have a centered center of gravity. Now, if I go like this, where's my center of gravity?
It's towards your head, shoulders.
Towards my shoulders, towards my front, right? Okay? And then I'm going to punch like this. Not very powerful, right? No. How about this? Where's my center of gravity?
Still towards your shoulders, going backwards.
My shoulder's going backwards. Okay, I'm gonna punch like this. Not that powerful.
No.
Okay. Now, I'm just gonna stand up straight. Now, where's my center of gravity?
Connected.
Connected to my feet. So to be heavy, you want to get most of your center of gravity into your feet. If you do this, it's not actually going into your feet, it's actually falling forwards. If you do this, it's actually falling backwards. So if you just stand up a little bit straighter, you'll get more power. Okay, you see there's a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, just from standing straight up. Step number 2 is to straighten up your spine. So not only do you stand up straight, you also want to straighten up your spine. Suspend your head like this, nice and tall. Let your hips drop down so your spine lengthens out. Okay, so I'm gonna do that right now. It's all lengthened out. I'm gonna do a punch. Okay, you can hear the difference. There's more impact. So the third way of getting heavier with more internal power is to breathe out. So I'm gonna do everything I just did and then breathe out. So why does breathing out give you more power? It's because it helps you to relax. So one way of getting more gravity working for you is to relax. Because when you breathe out, it relaxes your muscles, and then it relaxes your joints. And relaxation is what helps all that energy go to your feet and into the ground. Secret tip number 4 is to relax and stay loose. So when I say relax, it doesn't mean to collapse, okay? It means to stay loose, but still have the structure. Still have your spine straight, still have your weight centered on your feet. So when I add that to the ensemble, then you get this. So I'm weighted down, I'm straight, I'm breathing out, and loose, okay? And then I go up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a little bit more power from that. So secret tip number 5 is to drop just a little bit, just an inch when you're doing their attack. So I don't mean drop like this much, that's too much. So just drop an inch, like boom, like that. And suddenly drop, like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and do all the stuff from secret tip number 1 to 4, plus number 5. So, okay, you can see him move a little bit more because it's more powerful.
Yeah.
Final one is to use visualization. What I mean by that is now, I'm going to use all of that, but now inside my mind, I'm going to visualize that my feet are rooted into the ground. Just imagine it's like a tree trunk, and it's got roots coming out on the bottom of my feet, and all those roots are like sucking me into the ground. So I want to make my consciousness and awareness below my feet. If you can't get it lower, just think about your feet. Just all you have to do is just think about your feet, wiggle your toes around, move your feet so you can think and feel your feet. And then once you can do that, think even below and feel below your feet if you can do it. So now I'm going to add them all together. Okay, so looseness, sinking into the ground, straight spine, relaxation, breathing, and also visualization. Combine all those techniques and you'll get more power in your punches. So you're probably asking, well, that doesn't work in the fight, because in the fight you move around, right? There's a lot of movement, okay? And you don't have time to think about your feet. You don't have time to ground yourself. You don't have time to be like a wall, because the wall doesn't move, but in the fight you gotta move. So what do? Well, the key is that when you train the Qigong methods that I teach in my Qigong videos, is you practice that visualization, you practice the alignment of your body, you practice getting heavy and feeling very heavy, so that whenever you're moving around, you bring that heaviness with you. Right? Even though I'm moving, I have all that heaviness happening with you. I can even be on my toes, but my heaviness is still on me. I don't even have to be on my heels. So for example, you bring up the pad, I'm moving around, I can still get the power, even though I'm moving around. So that's how you combine external power with internal power together to become 10 times more powerful than you are right now.